Soda Lake.
We just had a great day's auction in Chippenham. We bumped into my mate Doug and did a part exchange deal for our Field Marshal tractor.
£4 on the Aston Martin pump, the Field Marshal is yours.
We landed a couple of successful bids for some nice-looking auto paraphernalia.
Why not?
400 is a
Good
20
start.
And then out in the car park, another mate, Matt, sold us some right old junk from the back of his van.
Every single good deal normally goes down in a car park.
In total, we've spent just over 200 quid at the auction and then 175 for Matt's mud cake monstrosities. And now we're back for a reality check.
Can I just ask you, right, what's this series called?
Junk and Disorderly.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, mate, we've written a book out there on the junk bit.
It's easy to improve that stock and it was very cheap.
Yeah, with a jet washer. Now, we'll do that in a minute, because I'll tell you what, that stuff from Matt ain't coming in here, is it?
We've still got a bit of unfinished business, though, when it comes to the auction. There were 3 items we were interested in making a bid on. A 1926 Singer Saloon in need of TLC. A 500cc Quadzilla off-road buggy, guaranteed to annoy Sam. And first of all, a 1938 Rudge sports bike that has been in dry storage for the last 65 years.
Here we go on the Rudge.
We want to get it for £2.5 max, but internet bidders push it up to 3,900 plus 600 commission.
4,500 quid.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that is way up there. You know what the trouble is with that? If you look at it in a photograph, it's an unrestored complete bike. But when you kneel down next to it, everything was loose and had just been assembled out of a box. All the very small components are missing, chains are missing. But nobody online knows that. They haven't knelt down next to it.
I mean, that is the issue with actually online bidding.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a little rummage in the room, you're kind of winging it. And I think perhaps the geezer or lady who's bought that, may get a little surprise.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's gonna. I mean, if it's someone like me who can do all the work themselves,
It's no issue.
It's fine anyway. You know.
Someone like me?
Yeah.
We'll get to the other auction items later, but first it's back outside to do some mud wrestling with Matt's monstrosities. We paid 150 quid for the 4 of them, and they're worth their weight in rust.
What the heck are we going to do with that lot?
Really small investment, can't go wrong.
We're going to try to flip this skeleton petrol pump without doing anything to it.
I really think we'll get the 150 back for that.
But the big oil dispenser and the smaller oil pump are going to need some heavy-duty cleaning.
Let's get jet washing!
But just as we're about to start, I get another call from Tora at the auction. They're about to start on that Singer Saloon car.
We're up for a singer. Yes. OK. Hopefully a singer going for a song. Hey, do you like that sound? Yeah. OK.
But it already sounds like the wrong tune. Our limit is £4. Some chance.
Here in this room, interested. 5,000 bid online now.
No, I'm out of it, Tora.
You're out?
I'm out of it. That's a bit high for us.
Sorry.
Next up, it's the Quadzilla. Sam hates it, but I think that it could make us a bit of a profit, provided we can get it for around 1,700.
1,700. Right.
1750.
1,750. That's yours. 1,800 bid.
He knows. I'm out. Thank you, Tora.
So not this time.
I know you hate it, but there was money in that.
It's just me. I don't care if there's tenfold profit in something. If I find it ugly and hate it, I'm not taking it home.
No, I completely agree with you.
And actually, that rule is because if you don't sell it,
Yeah. Then you're stuck with
you've
it.
got to own it, and you hate it already.
Well, I don't, because my kids love lying around on it.
Oh, is that what it was about?
Yeah, it was a little bit, yeah. But then again, I thought myself, 1,800 quid's worth of kids flying around. We won't be having any of that.
I doubt if any of Matt's rusty relics will ever go for big bucks, but they can be improved. A squirt of soap.
Kids, we order. Does this work? Oh yeah, it does, yeah.
I'll be out of the way. Fast.
followed by some hardcore jet washing.
Yep,
Look at that.
it's got a logo, mate.
And they're coming up a treat.
Oh, look at that. We'll get off as much as we can. Pardoning the pun. That looks as though it's risen out of the ground to find a new life on this planet. Or perhaps it's the best way to describe it, it's been reincarnated as itself.
The big oil dispenser responds well to some tough love. So much so that I think it might be worth repainting it.
Actually, this could be worth some money.
As for the smaller oil pump, we're just happy to strip it back to what's left of the original paintwork. Blimey, look, it works. Jet washing over, it's time to smooth out some of the dents on the Daimler using Sam's patented hammer and dolly.
Sammy's creating magic in here. What would you call that? A dolly mixture?
Actually call it a spoon.
A what?
A dolly with a long handle is a spoon.
He's already created a dolly head to sit at the end of the spoon from a length of 1-inch steel.
So we're just going to weld that bit to that bit very professionally, and then we can start dinging out the dings of the Daimler.
Sam works his engineering magic and welds together his custom-built tool.
I'm using that just like a hammer. So I'm literally, hammer and dolly.
Like that.
Yeah.
The can is covered in dents and creases, and while we'll never get it back to perfect shape, I'm hoping this will make a real difference.
I mean, we're trying to resurrect something, obviously, that was just kicked around the workshop. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that is now, on that side, becoming cylindrical, much more than it was.
An hour of banging and shaping later, and it's done.
So much better than it was when it came into our shop. Look at it.
What's lovely is we haven't lost any of the logo.
No, exactly, or scratched it or anything like that. We are getting our clobber together, ready for the jumble.
Next up, I take a whizzy wheel to de-rust the oil dispenser before sending it off to the powder coaters. Then I get ready to make our first sale. The vintage petrol pump we pulled out of the back of Matt's van in Chippenham looked like it was heading for the scrapyard. But there's a market for skeleton pumps, especially ones like this, which are ex-military. It's just a question of finding the right buyer. Someone like my mate Dave.
Does that get you pumped, Dave? Does it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Does it?
It'll clean up well. It's needs a bit of
old.
love, doesn't it?
Hey, look, I'll tell you, it needs a bit of love, right? But it is quite rare.
Well, it's got some nice bits of brass on it. It'll polish up quite nicely.
Dave.
I think it just needs to be left exactly as it is, but just sort of tidied up.
So, Dave, he's got this nice little showroom down your Gloucester. Do you know what I mean? Bikes and that look nice, wouldn't it, Dave? Eh?
Yeah, it'll look fantastic in the corner. So, what are you thinking?
I'm sorry, right, in one way, but in another way, I'm not. 180 quid.
180. Well, I've got a couple, but I haven't got one that looks like this, so it would be a great addition. So, 140.
You nearly said 160 there. I saw you just go.
Just settle for 150 then. Done.
Ka-ching. I bought it for 70, sold it for 150, and we didn't even do anything